Good morning, guys. How are you doing? It is Saturday, this February the 13th, I think, and this month is rolling right along. So I finished several more hats, so I'm gonna share these with you guys. I have 17 more skeins of bulky yarn to make hats from. Um, and then this one right here that I'm almost finished the hat with this one. And it's been raining for the last couple of days, and my voice is a little out of it, but so I'm gonna show you guys what I got. And I haven't done any spinning, so I don't have any spinning to show you. I've tested some watercolors, used some watercolor techniques, but then when I was playing with the brushes, I painted over the little leaves that I was practicing doing, because I was swatching, so I was putting the excess paint on that sheet of paper so I didn't waste another page of watercolor paper. Even though it's the cheap watercolor paper, there's no cotton in it. It's just paper, thick paper. I need to get some watercolor paper that's cotton, for like when I feel comfortable enough to use it as something other, when I'm not learning. I don't want to use the good paper while I'm learning, so that's why this cheap paper is perfect for me to learn different brush strokes and techniques. It's not gonna be something to hang up on the wall, but when I feel more comfortable with the medium, then I can use the better papers for it to be stuff that I actually want to keep, as in I might actually want to put it up one day on a wall or something. Anyway, back to the hats. So crochet, they're all gonna be crochet hats because they only take, like, maybe if I'm paying attention, I could knock one of these out probably in about 45 minutes, a half hour to 45 minutes. They don't take long to do it all because it's just single crochets, double crochets, and it's bulky yarn. And I'm using a K hook, Susan Bates, of course. Guys, you guys know I'm a Susan Bates fan. So I've got a J hook for the thinner bulky ones, and then I have a K hook for the the 6 bulky. So I'm using a K hook for those. So the camera is kind of angled weird again. It's trying to get this thing to work. So yeah, so I got the J hook for the number 5 bulkies, and then I got the K hook for anything that's 6 or feels like a 6, but some of it's listed as a 5, but it's not. It is way thicker than the 5 bulky. For instance, this wool ease is way thicker than the 5. This listed as a 6 bulky. I know the wool ease used to be number 5. It used to be thinner than this. So line brand, either this is some old wool ease. I'm not sure when this was made. Yeah. I'm not sure how long Pam had it before she gave it to me to make hats with. Okay, so you might have seen some of these hats. I don't remember if I showed them to some of these. I think I was making this one last time. The color is a little blown out. Those greens is not as vibrant. It's not showing up as vibrant as it should be. But it's like I said, it's overcast today, and I got the overhead light on, so it's kind of yellow. Got like a yellow tinge to it. So I gotta weave in the ends on these hats, most of them. So and so basically this one, like if there's more than one color, that's because I have more than one ball of yarn. So 2 balls of yarn can pretty much get me one ball of yarn, a hat, and then I had leftovers from that. That's why this one has a red brim, because I used leftovers on that brim. So there's 3 of those red hats. And then like I had some gray left over, so I had the gray with the blue. Some red with the gray. Because these are hats we're donating. These hats are for people who appreciate anything that they're given. And this was a child's hat. This was enough to make a child's hat. So the formula I'm using for these hats is chain 4, 12 double crochet in the chain, and then I'm churning and going back to different directions rounds. I'm going to different. I'm alternating the direction around. I want to churn my work and go to the other direction, because that way you get a seam. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's actually the seam. It's hard to see, but it's the seam. But it keeps the seam lined up straight up and down without having to do that little half stitch and all that other stuff. And you end up with a texture like that when you do that. I don't mind the texture. As long as that seam is straight, I'm happy. So those are all the hats that I've done so far, and this one is almost done. It's double crochet. It's double crochet until I got to right about here, and now I'm doing single crochets, so that and it's really stretchy. So this would be more like a teenager's hat, but there's some adults with small heads, or a child's hat. Adults with small heads that could probably get this on as well. In the children ones, I used 10 stitches, and I stop at the for the increase rounds, to sort of round it off. It's like you do the row, okay, like you do the 10 stitches, 10 double crochet in the chain 4, and then you do the 2 double crochet in each. But the first double crochet, the first one, I don't count that one, so it's 2 double crochet in all around and all the stitches. That leaves you with, you'll have 25, but 24 of them are the actual pattern. The join I don't count. And then the next one, you do 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then you do a round of just double crochets to see how wide it is at the top. And like I said, this is more for a child than an adult, or an adult with a small head. And so then I just continue down. For the adult hats, after I did the row of double crochets, I did the 3 double crochet, 2 double crochet in the same stitch all the way around, so that I got it wide enough for the adult hats. So, and that's the formula I've been using for these hats. You have to do what you have to do what you feel comfortable with and whatnot. So yeah, so I'm just working on these hats, and then I'll give them to Ashley for the project that she's been donating them to. And like I said, I got 17 more skeins plus this partial skein to finish, and then I can take that box of hats to Ash. I haven't done any spinning. I did a little bit of spinning in January, but I haven't done any spinning so far in February. And so I'm gonna show you guys what I've swatched. So when I showed you guys, I got some oil pastels when I went to Jerry's with my daughter a couple weeks ago. I wasn't paying attention when I got them. I just know I wanted the Mungayo or Mungil, however you say it. I wanted to get some more of the oil pastels. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't notice a word on the box. I just looked at the word Mungayo and oil pastel. So, but they were actually water-soluble oil pastels. They're Mungayo Aquarelle. And it's the second word, but I just wasn't, you know how you get it. You can see what you think, you see what you want, and you don't pay it any mind. But when I got home, I was looking at the box, and I saw they had a brush. They were using a brush. I was like, why did they have a brush with oil pastels? And that's when I read the box and saw that they were water-soluble oil pastels. So I swatched them out. And all I did was just a little dot. These things are very, very pigmented. I mean, super pigmented. I just did like a little dot on the side and swatched them out. And the colors are beautiful. The colors are really nice. That cadmium green and the yellow green, I really like those. And the orange yellow orange is exactly what it says, yellow orange. I mean, that's just beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see it, if it's gonna focus for you guys. But the colors it swatched out. I was very impressed. So I want to do a sunflower, I think, and test this out. So yeah, that's my goal anyway. Oh yeah, and then when I was testing the other swatch that I was doing is I got some M-gram samples from off of Etsy, and they're in this little compact. They're just samples. My daughter, she already swatched them too. She liked them, and so I swatched with them on this pad, and they're real pretty, and they were so smooth. I was like, wow. My favorite was this green right here. I'm not sure what color it is because colors weren't listed. But it looks like a sap. That looks like a sap green, and that's like a light green. Hey, baby. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Hey, my little princess. Come, Grandma. Here's my little mini me. Say hi. You gonna wave? No? You finna change her?
No, she got potty. I only get her breakfast.
Okay. Camden? Yes, Camden. And so like I told you guys when I was swatching the other watercolors, I took and was using this pad where I had did my little samples, trying to do like the little petal strokes and stuff that Ann Arbor was showing us, and I just put the extra paint. That's how pigmented some of those paints were. I was surprised, and it was on like a little drop of paint on the brush, but some of the Indian ones, the camels watercolors were super pigmented. I mean, it was just like a little drop of paint, and I was able to get that much color from one little drop of paint on the brush. So this is my little swatch book, and this paper is not watercolor paper. This is actually for tiles for Zentangling. Yes, paint. Good job, paint. And what does your mama tell you about paint? Does she tell you don't put it? That's right, put it down. That's what your mama tells you about her paints. Camden. Yes, Camden. Camden is one of my daughter's cats. So this is how the camels swatched out. It was a 24 color tubes, and it's very pigmented. I mean, it's very pigmented. Just a little bit of paint, you get all these nice vibrant colors. And so this was the Phoenix watercolors. They are not as vibrant as those camels are. And of those, I think the one I like best from those was the mauve. I mean, I should do it on watercolor paper so I can see how it reacts on watercolor paper. But the camels, I mean, you can just see how vibrant the camels are compared to the phoenixes. I still need to swatch out. Put that on. No, don't be bad. Be a good girl. I'm gonna pop your hand. So, you just woke up. Or did your mama wake you up? Camden, yes. Camden wants to go out. Go open the door. Open the door for Camden. And so that's what I did art wise. So like I said, I want to play around with these. I'm not gonna get a chance to do it if I'm gonna be babysitting the monster, the G monster. I call her the G monster because she's my grandbaby, the grand monster. And I call her a little monster because she's so smart. She's why you acting like you're scared of the cat? Here, she wants to go out. Get out. Where? No. And she tries to steal my chair. And now she's going to get mad because I beat her to my chair. She's going to take my cushion out and throw it on the floor. Come on, Scoochie. Come on. Now, and I'll turn on your program in a minute. Let Grandma finish this. And so, yeah. So that's all I've been up to today. My face is swole. I'm going to have to go to the doctor. It's like swole through here, up under here, and up and around here. And yeah, it's just one of those things that happens as you get older. Just have to make sure it's not a lymph node thing or a thyroid thing going on. And but yeah, that's what I'm working on, guys. I know it's not a lot, but it's what I can do with the time I have since I'm working from home. So I spend 8 hours a day working from home, and then I'm watching her. I don't know, do I have any water left? Yeah, I filled up my cup. Here. So she drank all her water. Now she's gonna drink mine. So you guys take care, and I'll see you later. Hopefully I'll be able to do a live this weekend. I'm not sure.